Welcome to UX Take. This is my very first video and thank you for tuning in. My name is Wendell Fernandez. I'm a product designer for over 20 years, and with my experience, I plan on this channel to showcase all the bad experiences that it's out there, and things that don't work and things that we as users would wish it was different. And I'm gonna take my time and take a moment to appreciate that experience and just suggest my UX, my UI take on it. And so this is what uxtake.com is all about. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. This channel was created especially for the up and coming designers who are looking to better their design skills and improve in whatever it is that they're trying to do right now, from a design perspective, and just take a look at what, kind of be on my shoulders and looking at the things that we can improve upon. Over time, we're going to show multiple websites, and we'll have on the channel multiple playlists of different websites and different domains that we are going to take step by step and showcase how can we take something from point A to point B and really showcase a better UI or UX take on that element, right? On that website, on that experience. And so without further ado, let's just jump into our first project, which is Text 1099. Now, here's a website that I found out. I was kind of taking a look at some of the, just navigating through tax season, and we all know QuickBooks Online and some other websites, Bill.com, and some other websites that kind of try to do, accounting systems, especially from the tax management perspective. And when I saw this website, I decided to take on this project, and this will be one main sort of just the one main playlist, and we're going to try to tackle multiple things into multiple videos, multiple experiences, where I would just kind of showcase a little bit of what this new or different UI take could be. And I do have some suggestions for every aspect, or many of the aspects on this page, trying to understand the context. Now, if they're for text1099.com perspective, they're trying to get users and businesses to start creating their own 1099 and 1099 forms and be able to kind of create this and send to the IRS. And because of that, they integrate with all sorts of different applications as well. But in this process, they kind of lack and they miss the mark on a lot of UX and hierarchy and some information architecture as well. And so today there are so many things that we could look into the website, this homepage. There's so many elements that are not part of any type of pattern whatsoever. There's a lot of confusing elements and CTAs and colors and icons, different family of iconography being utilized on this page. Overall, there's just very, very, very frustrating. Many of these experiences here are just really, really bad. And I wanted to take a little moment to suggest a different take in different parts of this application or different parts of this website. Starting with this section right here, additional services available. So within the whole spectrum, the whole context of this page and this company, they want the user to know that there is an additional service, and because of that, they are presenting 4 different options. But from a UX perspective, there's just very confusing because a couple of things here. You see, there's spacing issues, right? There's spacing issues here. Here it's not consistent at all. So you have also call to actions that are very different from each other. You have one that is close to the edge. The other one is kind of jagged up, and because of the content, because of how this is designed and set up, as well as some of them that don't have any CTA, and this is very close to the bottom, almost breaking the whole component here. Not cool, right? And then now they have this drop shadow on these items, which is really doesn't help. Anyway, same iconography for 2 of these things, and it seems like some of these icons are not from the same family. Definitely not from the same family at all. If you look at other iconography, other icons as well. So you have like these here at the bottom. You have, you have these here, you have these here, which is different, sort of a set of icons, as well as these here are totally different. This, for example, is like a 3D-ish, model-ish kind of thing. This is very different from this guy or this person. This person is very pale. If you're looking from a color perspective, the same one, the same goes here. Like, this is just a different, even a different style for this avatar, for example. Now you have all sorts of different things happening here, different icons for every single thing. And again, this only makes the experience very inconsistent and poor. So Text 1099, you probably need someone to redesign this whole experience for you. Anyway, so let's just take a quick look at how this box is set up, right? And I've gone ahead and created a file on my Figma here, which is so I brought in, the content, that box. And what I have done and I have designed here is a little different take on this box. The first things first, we want to create a different component, right? We created a component here, right? This component, it can be simply just a click and drag. I created a little sort of a rounded sort of radius for the corners. Okay. Also, we took the the screenshot for the icon. This is just a simple text. Okay, a simple text here that we can be just centralized. We'll do title. We have subtitle as well. Okay, so subtitle right there. And the CTA here, there are many different ways we can create CTAs, especially for something like this guy, right? Sometimes you can't use, it would not be, not that you can't, but sometimes it's best for you to use a different treatment for the CTA here. Again, we would have to look at the whole page and the whole sort of context. But for the sake of this element specifically, what I have done here, I created the CTA, also kept it, if you notice here, I kept it, consistent with, somewhat of like that same spacing, just to give that extra breathing room. Same thing here, same thing here. So everything, there's like white space and just a better breathing room, right? As well as if we take a look, for example, even at the shadow, right? This is just an equal amount of shadow all the way around. But definitely something that we can do is create some sort of a little bit more, just a little smoother way adding. So for example, adding a shadow, a drop shadow, right? Now there's yet another way to kind of do this as well. So for this shadow, we can do a different one. So let's just keep this as is, and let's modify the shadow of this one just for you to take a very quick look at it. So let's go. So we do here. Now we can do not so much blur, right? Take a look at this. So what we could do, and the idea behind this one, it's subtle, right? It's subtle. But when you hover on top, this kind of has this sort of like a pop-up effect, which is very smooth, is very soothing for something that it's happening on the site there. Now, as you hover, these boxes sort of move. That's the whole idea and the whole point of this. But again, it's just a better way of using some of these same elements. So take a look at the before, take a look at the after. Here you have some hierarchy, right? Like we see the icon, we see the title, we see the text here. Now, why did I keep it as a three sentence, right? 3 sentences, or just one big sentence with 3 lines. The reason why is that we want users to understand quickly, right? So when you are looking into a website like this, very rarely they read everything here, right? And this is proven on and on, year after year, like experience after experience. This takes people forever to read, especially on a page where they have to read so much. There's just so many things, so many verbiage. There's just so much verbiage they have to go through from a tax legal perspective. It's just way too much. So there's too many things happening. And so we want to reduce the cognitive load for the user on everything that we can possibly reduce, and give them exactly what they need when they need it, right? And so this is one UX take on it. So take a look at this. So the before and after. This could be like a another thing that we can take on this is what as well is, you know, let's just imagine, for example, if this was a two, we treat it as, for example, right? We treat it as right there. So whenever the user hovers on top of this element, we can increase a little bit the size. We can add some more drop shadow here. We could possibly also just make sure that the button kind of lights up into a specific color. Again, it's just a different take on the element. It's just a much better, like you can actually read better. And so this is just one example, right? Just treating this. Later we're going to talk about like tabs and kind of what to do in those tabs and ideas as to kind of how to make things better. But again, thanks so much for tuning in. This is just the first project, and if you enjoyed this video, just consider subscribing and giving this video some thumbs up. But I'll talk to you in the next one.